into the lecture properly, let me state that I have a strong desire to see Nigeria rise to truly become the greatest country in Africa and possibly the world. I am emboldened by the fact that many countries have risen rapidly over the short periods of time to achieve unexpected greatness. I'm also an incurable optimist in this regard, because I believe that if we do the right things, Nigeria will truly be great. Expectedly, I reflect this zeal each time I have the opportunity to present a lecture such as this. Often, I look at those things we need to do to make Nigeria great. This explains why only last month, when I had the privilege of delivering the 52nd convocation lecture of the University of Nigeria in Nsukka, I chose to speak on the topic, why universities should lead the way to a new Nigeria. By the way, the University of Nigeria in Nsukka is the first indigenous university in the country. And here I am today, delivering another lecture on the platform of the oldest indigenous club in Nigeria. What a lucky man I must be to have been given these rare opportunities to lead a conversation and drink from the fountains of wisdom at these legacy institutions that define the history of Nigeria. However, on this particular occasion, while I remain optimistic about our future, I feel that this lecture is an opportunity for us to examine the level of patriotism among Nigerians. Let us therefore start by taking a deeper look at what we mean when we talk of patriotism. What is patriotism, actually? The simplest definition of the patriotism is love of one's country. Why this definition captures the real meaning of the word, there is room to bring in other essential components of patriotism. These components were described by Stephen Nathanson in 1993 to include a special affection for one's country, a sense of personal identification with the country, a special concern for the well-being of the country, and a willingness to sacrifice to promote the country's good. If all these were to be factored into the definition, patriotism can therefore be defined as love for one's country, identifying with it, having a special concern for it, and nurturing a willingness to sacrifice for it. Stanford, 2020. Looking at this definition, we can rightly say that patriotism is what is needed for the sustainable development of a country. This therefore justifies why patriotism has become a current subject of interest by both the academics and politicians across the globe. A high degree of similarity can be seen between patriotism and nationalism, but both terms are often used interchangeably. In addition, defining both terms and distinguishing them could even be more tricky for a multi-ethnic country such as Nigeria. However, for purposes of clarity, it is important to make a distinction between patriotism and nationalism